Hi everybody, in this next video lesson we're going to be answering the question from one of the people on our website, and the question is, how can I keep my opponent from grooving his ground strokes? Well, now we're talking about sabotage, and I love this area. So I'm going to show you what I have here to my right. This little guy is our ball machine. It's very expensive, it's very awesome, and ball machines have a great purpose. As a coach, I use ball machines all the time. Now there's a reason a lot of people want to go on the ball machine, because if you spend a lot of time on the ball machine, you really start to feel pretty good about your strokes. You can really groove them to death. The reason that is because most people, when they go on the ball machine, will set these dials and they'll set it to go fairly hard and fairly in the strike zone, maybe to one spot or maybe a little bit random. But the point is they're receiving the same shot over and over and over again, so they get really grooved. So your job as a player is to not be someone else's ball machine. You're going to be the anti-ball machine. All right, so that's one of the best ways to keep your opponent from getting in a groove. So let's hit the courts with Marty, my wife, and Carly. We're going to show you what we're going to do. All right, guys, so now we're on the court. We're talking about not being a ball machine. Got my lovely wife Marty here with me. Got Carly, our daughter. We're gonna mess her up. All right, so first of all, you need to understand this changing of your pace, okay, consistently delivering different speeds and different heights. That's what I talk about, or that's what I mean when I talk about being the anti-ball machine. So you would not need to use this in the beginning of the match, or if you're way ahead, basically keep doing what you're doing. But if you find yourself kind of in a tighter match than you think you should have, or if you're behind, instead of always raising your level, this is one, I call this the sabotage family, and this is just one little technique. And we're going to be doing changes in speeds and directions. So you're going to be like a ball machine that's been set to all these random patterns, okay? So we know that she likes probably 7s and 8s right down the pipe. So you're going to send her everything but. You can send a 7, but then a 9, and then a 4, and then a 3, and then a 9, then a 4, then a 9, then a 4. And really try to not ever let them get their groove. So we're going to see how good Marty is at delivering this stuff. Great skill to have. Okay, no problem. That's a do-over. Okay, good. I call that about a 3 or a 4. That's more of a 7. That's more of a 5. That's more of a 3. Oh, I like the idea. Okay, good. As you operate on your scale of power, you're going to find that you have a sweet spot where you really like 7s or 8s or 9s or whatever it is. But you have to be able to deliver a variety of different spins and heights and speeds in particular, because that's part of being the anti-ball machine. All right, keep going, Marty. I guarantee if you can add this technique or this to your arsenal, you're going to mess a lot of people up. And it's really something few people think about. If they play against a hot player, a player that's kind of, to answer the original question for this video, was how do I keep my opponent from grooving? If your opponent's grooving and ripping ground strokes and it's just blowing you off the court, the last thing you want to do is go toe-to-toe with him. He's already proving he can do it better that day. So we're going to try to change the pace. We're going to be the anti-ball machine. There's a little harder one. Okay, that's a little softer one. And you're going to have to stay out there for a while. Maybe you'll realize that when you hit 9s, they love it. But when you hit 4s, they hate it. And when you hit a loopy 5, maybe they hate that. Okay, good. So Marty's showing a lot of variety here. The way I'm going to have you practice this is to actually call out the number and the number you're going to send. So Marty, let's take it to the last step now. You're going to call out the number, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. 10 being you're hitting it as hard as you can. 1 being you're going to just barely hit it, or anything in between. All right. I don't want to see a lot of 4, 4, 4, 3, 4. Keep the changes coming. That's a 1, she says. Good. Nice loopy poop ball. Or like a 3 or 4. 7. 1. Oh, yeah, throw it up. I love the lob, man. Lob is so underrated. It's low risk for us and high risk for the opponent. Okay, good. Okay, good. That was a 10 plus, no problem. You're going to find that you'll have different size. Like, for example, on my forehand, I can go to a 10 pretty well, but my backhand is a one-hander, and when I hit a 10 one-handed backhand, it's a mess. Okay, so I'm not probably ever going to go to a 10 off my backhand side. So customize this for you and use it. Think about changing the speeds You're never going to be showing more than one. So let's do a wrap up. Another sport that we can learn from is baseball, okay? Baseball pitchers always throw, you know, anywhere from 70 to 100 miles an hour, the fast ones. But what you'll see is that they throw all kinds of stuff. You don't see one guy throwing every single pitch, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, even if it's 100, 100, 100, that's like really fast because people get the groove, okay? So it's the same thing. Other sports have figured this out. So that's the way you keep an opponent from grooving. You have to be the anti-ball machine.